Hello, everybody. My name is Tlholo Koma, and I'm guessing you guys had a second to read the title there, and it has the words no code. I'm a software developer. This is a software development company, so why the words no code there? But this talk isn't about ditching code altogether, but how we can use no code frameworks to provide solutions to the tech industry. So in the world of business and technology, business technology partners are constantly searching for means to enhance productivity and improve efficiency by reducing the time for processes to run. And businesses are continuously changing their approach of technical solutions to keep up with the demands of the digital era. This is where no-code development can come in. So while searching online, I have come across a few definitions of what no code is. So I have taken these definitions and I have summarized it to answer 4 questions: what, who, why, and how. Okay. So no code is a software development approach that does not require a person to have any technical background to create and deploy software applications through visual drag and drop interface. This allows the person to visualize application processes and the overall business logic. So why would we want to develop no-code frameworks if we have frameworks like WordPress, which has been there since the late 90s or early 200s, where we can create websites? Or we have Microsoft Power BI, where we can create dashboards for businesses. Or we have Flutterflow, where we can create mobile and web apps. But what if none of these frameworks can meet the business requirements, or there's also a risk of possibly exposing sensitive information by using these third-party frameworks? So I guess we can just stick to coding these processes one by one and just leave the development to developers. But what if we can build our own no-code frameworks? So I have referenced a blog by, excuse my pronunciation, Yuri Lutnikov I've taken a blog from MobyDev. And he has specified 4 components that are needed to build a no-code framework. So the first one is the UI, which is the visual interface where we can drag and drop to create these applications. And then we have the UI into code transformers for generating application code out of the visual interface. We have the business logic, which is the implementation of the components, and the business logic, which is regarded as the backend. And then the 4th one is quite optional, but packaging the application and deploying it to a site or to have it as an executable. He has mentioned 3 architectures for building no-code frameworks. So the first one is editor to code and meta info, and then to code. So with the editor, that is the drag and drop interface where you can create these applications. And then for the UI transformation, when you drag and drop a component, an HTML page or an HTML code is generated, and it is also edited when you change properties of these components. So with this one, a user can actually change a property of the components, and that will change the code in real time. Now, this approach also dives into the low-code software approach implementation. This is good, and it's only limited to web pages, as it only does HTML text. The next one is from editor to JSON or XML to code. It is not only limited to HTML, it can be any executable. And it's also good for logical workflows for automating business processes. So here, as before, you can drag and drop components down in the user interface. And then what's on the user interface can be transformed into a well-formatted JSON object. And then this JSON object can then be generated into code for the backend business logic. This one is quite preferred, and we're using JSON and XML because it is easy to serialize and deserialize. But you can use any other intermediate data model. It's just that compilation or interpretation will be needed. And then the last one is editor to intermediate components to code. It's just like the previous one. It's just that now there's no need for converters and for compilation, but we can code existing libraries and just import it, or external existing libraries. And this one already has the generated code from UI to code. And the libraries can be generated to the backend code. All right, so with every software approach, there's always a good and bad side. So for framework developers, the advantages is that there's a flexibility of changing the framework to meet business requirements and provide business with a solution to efficiently develop software applications. The only downfall is that there's a lot of effort in costing and in time. And for the users of the no-code framework, it reduces costs, efforts, improves productivity, and can adjust features quickly. The disadvantages of no-code frameworks is that there's a fixed template for business logic. However, if we do create the no-code frameworks ourselves, we can always expand. And then the other one is that we can face security issues due to lack of control, but we built it so we can control security, and business itself can also enhance security as they wish. So in summary, by providing no-code framework solutions, we can assist to increase productivity and in the long run, reduce time needed for processes and minimizing costs. And business will always keep up with the digital era, and they can join in the hype for no-code. Thank you.